Hi guys, so today we're going to be playing Marry My Stalker, which is a dark romance type game. So let's get into it. What is your name? That is my name. Okay, this is not appropriate for anyone under 18. So if you're under 18, go away. Please delete this game if you are not 18. Trust me, I am way over 18. Ever since I was little, I wanted to be a princess. Clearly, that never happened. So I changed I'm assuming that means I changed my wish. I wanted to be a salted fish. Okay. I think I hate uni. Of course you hate uni. Everyone hates uni. Yeah, I specifically hate uni this month. Marcy rolls her eyes. You should have thought about that before you applied for medical school. Is it too late to drop out? It's the final year. You might as well just pass your exams and move on. I don't want to study anymore. I don't think I can study anymore. Be a good student and study. You aren't even studying. She had been on her phone for the past hour. Don't try to emulate me, or you'll fail the exams. I hate you. I love you too. I roll my eyes and stare at my work. I really don't want to study. Maybe if I talk about something interesting, she'll let us talk. Let's do the graduation ball. Did you change your mind? Come on, I'll just be your +1. About that. Why does she look so guilty? You're still fucking him, aren't you? I knew it. Yeah, well, you'd do the same if you saw him shirtless. I had to roll my eyes. She's talking like he's some sort of Greek god. Yeah, right. You're just an icicle. You aren't moved by anyone. A normal woman would climb him like a tree. I am a normal woman, though. Yeah, right. Go back to studying. Fine, fine. So study I did. Done? Done. Alright, I'll ask you some questions. Make sure to get them right or I won't leave. Ask away. At what vertebral level does the trachea bifurcate? Yeah, I am not a medical student and I am gonna butcher this. Bifurcate? T4. Oh, I got it right. What bone makes up the proximal arm? Radius? Close. What is the most common stomach pain in children? Constipation. Only because I'm a mom. Anyway, yeah, correct. I'm glad you actually learned something. I'll leave. Finally. I flop on my bed dramatically. I'm gonna head out now. Sleep well. Don't fail. I'll be embarrassed. I feel my eye twitch. I won't. Say hi to Dan for me. Who said I'm going to see Dan? Are you not? I'll say hi for you. She means well. She just doesn't take me seriously because she doesn't think I know what I'm saying. But that's alright. We aren't friends because we like each other. Or rather, I'm not her friend because I like her. I just need her to pick her brain. Medical school exams are difficult for me to grasp. I walked to the window and opened it for some fresh air. What is that? I don't know what I saw, but it was gone before I could see it properly. I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Tomorrow I should study at uni. I doubt Marcy would want to keep me company after Dan gets in her pants. One day, he will really do something to hurt her, and by then I will be the one picking up the pieces. That's what friends are for, probably. Nobody's here today. I sigh and unload my bag and got to work. This uni was rather prestigious, but the students here varied in levels of seriousness. Some were naturally gifted like Marcy, some just didn't care since they had money to live comfortably either way, and some were like me, who insisted on going to medical school despite my father's wishes. Sorry, can I sit next to you? Sorry, I didn't see you there. What did you say? There's no one else here, so I was wondering if it was okay for me to sit next to you. It's Arthur. Arthur, the annoying kid who answers every question and asks even more. One of those students who drags the lecture on for ages just because they want to learn a bit more. A nerd you didn't have a good impression of. I mean, he'd be a good person to pick the brains. I'll just ignore him anyway. Why is it so hard to ignore him? There was a small issue that plagued me. This man was very beautiful. I don't think I'm one to fall into a honey trap, but this honey trap is too sweet. I can see you staring at me. Crap. I look away quickly. Why'd you stop? Because you called me out? He leaned over to look at my laptop. That question, how to fix a femur fracture? Why are you picking? I didn't need to answer him, but I subconsciously started to talk as if in front of the teacher. I'm not sure. He leaned in. I could smell his cologne. It was familiar to me. At first, it's not a femur. I mean, it is, but it's called a hip fracture. But it's the same thing. It's the same, but when you say femur, I think about the femoral shaft fracture as a different surgical fix. It's also quite urgent because of... Is he waiting for me? I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. He started to talk me through it. I hated to admit it, but he was rather handsome when he talked, and he talked a lot. I guess he's good on a one-on-one basis, but I can't really stand him in class. Is that better? I nod. He spoke like he knew his shit. It was annoyingly impressive. Glad I could help. You're quite smart. No shit. No, like, you're really smart. He burst out in laughter and I felt my cheeks flush. Thank you for noticing. He didn't seem impressed, so I complimented the rest of him. Brains and beauty, it's a hard combination to find. If only you weren't so stuck up in class. He stumbled over his words. Is he flustered? I couldn't believe it. He was really blushing. Why are you blushing? What do you mean, why am I blushing? How else am I meant to respond to that? I'm confused. Has no one ever told you you're pretty before or something? As expected, his face got even redder now. Cute. He's kind of cute. My dad says I'm handsome. sorry. I would see. She even laughed out loud. I laughed out loud, not believing the situation was entirely real. Hey, don't laugh. I didn't stop, bending over because my stomach hurt from all the giggling. I said, don't. Arthur tried to raise me up from my hunched over position. Maybe I moved too violently, but we both fell down, our chairs clanging against the floor. We both stared at each other in silence for a moment, but then my laughter started again. Ah, shit. You heard him mumble something under his breath. It's nothing. I felt better studying with him the rest of the day. I got a lot done. Actually, I wanted to study with him again before the exams next week. Ask him. Hey, is it cool if we study together tomorrow? It's fine if it's not. I understand. I'm the one very much in need of help. He let out a chuckle. If you say please. Please. Shit. Is that a yes? Yeah, whatever. See you tomorrow. See ya. I got home later that night and tried to decide on what to make. I hadn't cooked in a while, so that didn't help. I guess it's pizza for dinner again. For the first time this year, I'm actually excited to study. Is it the sun? No. It was the handsome nerd waiting for me. You're actually here. Of course I am. This could be considered a date, right? What are we studying today? Oh, honestly, I don't have anything to study. What do you mean, the exams next week? Yeah, I know I'll pass. It doesn't really matter what I do now. Are you trying to annoy me? That's considered bragging, right? No, I'm here for you today, so we can go over anything you want. This is weird. What's he playing at? Is he really that bored? I was not such a saint to drag myself out of bed just to help someone else. Anything? Anything. Can we go over cardiovascular? That's the easiest, though. For you. I forgot how cocky he is. Cocky or self-confident? Either way, I hate it. Fine. Hang on a second. Come to think of it, why is he helping me? Could it be he likes me? No way, right? I mean, I know I'm pretty attractive, but that's not too far-fetched. I need to stop thinking nonsense. Let's start with the basics. A 65-year-old man presents with external dyspnea, angina, and snoke. Breathlessness, chest pain, and fainting. On exam, you hear a crescendo, discrendo, systolic murmur at the upper right sternal border that radiates the carotids. What is the most likely diagnosis? I really hate feeling stupid. But why is this question so hard? Marcy was never this hard on me. Are you doing this on purpose? Doing what? Jerk. So the patient has something wrong with his valves. The sound can be heard in the carotid arteries. That means the valve with issues is one of the valves in the upper chamber of the heart. Yeah, I have no idea what any of these words mean. Well, these two are the same. But that aortic. Ooh. Oh, no. I got it. Yay. Yes. See, it's not that hard. Not hard my ass. This shit nearly gave me an aneurysm. Easy. Next question. Okay. A 52-year-old woman with a history of hypertension presents with a tearing chest pain radiating to her back. Okay, the patient already has Blood pressure, tearing pain, the answer is so obvious. Her high blood pressure is higher in her right arm than her left. What is the most appropriate initial diagnostic investigation? Oh, I know this one, kinda. What's the investigation for the aortic dissection? Some kind of imaging? EKG or ECG? Or a CT? I'm gonna do CT. Always CT. Okay, fine. I should have said the CT. Please just carry on. Life is hard enough that he's not making fun of me. Okay, last question. A 40-year-old man presents with a sudden onset palpitations and lightheadedness. The ECG shows a regular, narrow, complex trachea with a heart rate of 180 BPM. A corticoid massage slows the rate temporarily. What is the most likely underlying arrhythmia? I should have known you'd ask me something this hard. I'll give you a clue. It starts with an A and ends with a T. Now you're insulting my intelligence. Oh God, okay. The only word that I can read in this is tachycardia. Okay, so we're just gonna go with an AVNRT. Okay, guys? Because I'm gonna butcher all that if I try to read it. See, you can do it. No, I can't. I'm not a medical student. He lifts his hand and places it on my head. I didn't expect it, and though I don't care for head pats, it wasn't so bad. Getting complimented by a smartass like him felt pretty good. Now for your reward. You'll have to close your eyes. I wasn't going to go along with something so it wasn't like me to go along with something. Well, why am I? Okay, here we go again. It wasn't like me to go along with such frivolousness. But it felt strangely magical, as if we were in a fairy tale and he was the prince. I was exaggerating, honestly, but Arthur's charms was still lethal. I felt afraid. What if I felt for him? That would be troublesome. Jeremy would get mad. Wait, who's Jeremy? We're here. Arthur had set out a picnic for the both of us in the woods behind the science block. He brought lunch. He had a cheeky smile on his face, and he motioned for me to sit down on the picnic mat. I wasn't a picky eater. Well, I shouldn't be having dairy, but that was a problem for future me. Yes, I understand. Do you like it? Was enough for to say how I felt? I found it weird. Why was he being so nice and accommodating to me? Arthur, have we met before? It was the only logical explanation I could think of. You don't remember, do you? Nope. It's hard to forget someone like you. If you were to ask for a specific day, New Year's, when we were in first year, I don't remember meeting you. That's alright. I remember you. You were wearing that gold outfit. I only saw you wear it once. Because I felt like shit at the end of the night. I remember that part. The moment I got home, I threw that outfit away and cried on the kitchen floor. That year was not a good year for me. I had broken up with my ex, and at midnight I was under a mistletoe. I gasped. You were under the mistletoe. How could I forget? We kissed under the mistletoe. Granted, I was pretty inebriated. I am so sorry. I didn't expect you to remember me. But at least from today, I hope you won't forget me again. Was it really that easy to forget someone? It wasn't easy to forget someone. Not normally. But someone like me, out of sight, out of mind. It was too easy to completely forget people I had close relationships with. How much more a stranger under the mistletoe? SJ. We should go back now. Yeah. I wish you weren't so good to me, Arthur. I'm afraid. It's getting late. We should wrap up soon. I didn't want to. Part of me wanted to be stuck here with him. Part of me needed to rediscover the word logic. Studying in an empty university block with a strange, handsome man was a recipe for disaster. I don't think I can still call him a stranger. Acquaintance? Friends felt too close, and I didn't know if he saw me as one yet. Acquaintance it is. Suddenly the lights turned off. Shit, why did they lock up early today? I'm really sorry, I must have miscalculated. Should I be upset? Yeah, this sucks. Is that even a believable response? It sounds so unserious. Get yourself together, SJ. I have some food left over from lunch. The doors will open again in a few hours. Is your phone here? I'll charge it for you. I searched my bag. There was no notifications to check. There never was, so I handed it to him. I decided to just keep studying for the exams. If I failed, I'd have to resit, and I was ready to leave this place and never speak to anyone again. Well, except Marcy. I know once she gets over the gremlin latching onto her, she'd be a great doctor. I wouldn't be surprised if she came from a super famous neurosurgeon. I probably just work for family. At least Dad won't be so upset I chose this route instead of becoming the family's head. I have 3 brothers. You should pick one of them. They're all competent to the extent. I tried. I don't think our phones have the same chargers. I took my phone back, though I wondered if he couldn't charge it, why was he gone so long? I tried to turn it on, but there was no battery. It must have run out. This is funny. I put my phone back in my bag, suddenly amused. Did he do that on purpose? He did that on purpose, didn't he? Still want to study? How could I study now? I want to pry open his skull and see what he's thinking. I need to use the bathroom, but if it's okay, you can help me with some pediatrics. Yeah, no problem. I left to the hallway. My footsteps were loud and heavy as I walked. I reached the end, took off my shoes, and tiptoed back. I could be wrong. I hope not. I peeked through the classroom, my heart rising in elation. I wasn't wrong. Arthur was searching my bag quickly, afraid I would return soon. The question now is why? I was lucky that I left that thing back at home, or he would have found it. Still, isn't he too bold? At first I considered that he was a spy from another family, but then his body stiffened suddenly as he came across a small piece of black lace cloth. His face reddened. If he's a spy, he wouldn't be this flustered over that. I wonder if he'll keep it. If he did, should I punish him, shouldn't I? Moving back to the end of the hall, I put my shoes back on, my footsteps returning. I arrived. He seemed unbothered. My bag had returned to his exact position. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed he searched my bag. He'd done this enough times before, considering he was pretty good at it. The night passed quickly enough, though by daylight I was struggling to stay awake. Will you be okay to walk back? Yeah, thank you so much. I'll be bunkering down to get this shit done for the rest of the week. If you need anything, I'll call you. Thank you, Arthur. He lived in a different direction. He was in the same apartment complex as Dan. Most students who could afford it lived there. I lived in a shared house, though my housemates had gone home. Of course, other courses had finished up months ago. I was only studying this late into the school year. On my walk home, I'm acutely aware of someone following me. How many times had he done that? It was quite embarrassing that I only realized now. I was really out of practice. The moment I got to my room, I plugged my phone into my laptop. I wanted to know exactly what Arthur had put on my phone. Still, it's exciting. I've never had a stalker before. 2 days. Holy shit. 2 days. Why are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You're not great at hiding how you feel. That's bullshit. You keep staring off into space. What? I could control my face just fine, but it seemed like blanking out was something I needed to get under control. It's 2 days. I can't fail, Arthur. You won't. Easy for you to say. You're dashing, charming, beautiful. This is not the time. Last time I called you handsome, you freaked out. Now you're acting all high and mighty. You caught me off guard. It won't happen again. That's not fair. You're too cute. Trying to help you study. Stop getting distracted. Shit, you're right. What were we doing? If we get distracted and I fail, I will actually cry. Don't cry. You should go touch grass. Touch grass? I thought studying with a smartass would help me. I should have known. He's more unserious than me. Please. He's too handsome. How hateful. Fine. See, fresh air helps. I want to die. Fresh air. My eye twitched. Fresh air. I took a deep breath reluctantly. I hate how beautiful the world looks. The weather should be mindful. Couldn't it see I was stressed out? See, the world is beautiful even if you don't pass. Don't jinx it. If you pass, but not really, the world still spins, and there's resets next month anyway. I know that, logically. It's not the end of the world if I fail, but I really want to be a doctor. If I fail, I have to fight, and I don't want to. What's wrong? Is there something else? Something you're not telling me? Your dad is a conglomerate big shot. You don't need to be in this med school, so why are you here? I'm not here for any particular reason. I just like learning. I might actually study law after this. It looks pretty cool. Of course, what did I expect? I just need to finish this once and for all and move on. I know you feel I won't understand you, but if you don't tell me what's wrong, I won't understand. I hate it when he's right. But it's ironic. He talks as though he wasn't looking through my window last night. I don't even live on the ground floor. Wonder if he learned to climb vines as a child. It's like my little secret. Our little secret. Arthur, do you know your tracking device is quite old-fashioned? The newer models are harder to detect. How long will you pretend to be innocent? If I go home, I have to fight. Fight who? My brothers. I fiddled with my fingers. Talking to anyone about this was uncomfortable. Marcy already knew about my family, but that's only because her mother was the Madame Red. Madame Red knew everything that happened in the underworld. She had eyes everywhere. If Dan wasn't careful and Marcy went back to her mother for help, his life could be in danger. You must love them quite a lot. Who? Your brothers? I suppose. Love was something I didn't understand. I would kill for them. I suppose that's love. You have siblings? I'm an only child. Really? Don't conglomerate families normally have many children? He seemed amused by my words. You know about my family? Do you think I live under a rock? You're Arthur Phillips. It's hard not to know you. Most people don't know just how wealthy the Phillips family was. If I were poor, I'd date you just for the money. I mean, I wouldn't mind. You're crazy. I don't care for money. Dating someone who is obsessed with you is a better idea. Why do you say that? They can never leave you. They would do anything for you. And you can shape them however you want. You can also... My voice trails on when I realize how much of a red flag I was being. I'm only joking, of course. Oh, of course. His eyes seemed darker. He liked what I said. I had to stop my excitement from growing. If I didn't control myself this time, I would ruin him just like Jeremy. So, back to study? Do you want to go back? No, I want you to force me to kiss you. Born to tease handsome men, forced to study. Unlike you, I might actually fail. Men like Arthur had 3 specific traits that drew me to them. Obsession, intelligence, submission. Luckily, I love to play with my food before eating. 2 days came quickly, and soon enough I found myself nearly passing out from anxiety in front of the exam hall. Girl, what are you wearing? I looked down at my clothes. A hoodie and flared leggings. She gave me a judging look. I returned it with an exasperated eye roll. Comfort over looks this time. I can't afford to fail this exam. Still, doesn't mean you should let yourself go. Let's just go. If I replied with an argument, my brain might lose more brain cells than I could afford. The exam sheet was packed with people, considering it was a national exam, made sense with people from other colleges. I said goodbye to Marcy since she was in another room and headed to find mine. That's shit. He smiled as he came over to me. I immediately felt the same sweet smell of cigarettes in my nose, scrunched up, and took an immediate step back. What's wrong? He looked at me as I'd done unspeakably upsetting. You smell like smoke. Just stay away. I don't want to use my inhaler today. As cute as you look right now, I can't risk failing. I have better issues than your stupid handsome. Good luck with your exam, Arthur. I ran away quickly. The exam room was filled with rows of desks. Each desk had a candidate number on it. I quickly found my own. Once the exam started, I focused on the questions, my mind racing through everything I had studied. The first section was multiple choice, and I breezed through it confidently. The second section required longer written answers, so I took my time to organize my thoughts before writing. Each question seemed to blend into the next one, and I quickly lost track of time. Once it was over, the students poured out of the rooms, and so did I, feeling lighter than ever. Did I remember what I wrote? Nope. Was you glad it was over? Definitely. I spotted Marcia in the crowd and looking as beautiful as ever despite the stress of the exam. She waved at me and a wide smile on her face. Eshe, how'd it go? Fingers crossed I might actually pass. I knew you could do it. Let's celebrate. I've got plans. You're coming with me. I can't. I need to tell my parents about the exam. Knowing my daddy'd be calling soon. Fine. I'll call you later, alright? I wave goodbye to her and find a quiet spot to wait. Like clockwork, 10 minutes after the exam, I received a call. That's weird. Unknown caller? The only time my dad used an unknown caller ID was if the security was compromised. Hello? Dad? Of all nicknames, you know I hate Daddy the most. It's just that son of a bitch. Why are you calling? If I wasn't waiting for my dad's call, I never would have answered. We need to talk. No. I cut the call off immediately, but before I could even blink, another call was coming through. This one I wanted to answer even less. Hello? Mom? Have you lost your mind? Her voice was loud. I had to pull the phone away from my face. I told you, I have a big exam in a few weeks, remember? I'm in the library. I lied through my teeth. I didn't want to go home just yet. Dad knew my actual exam timetable. He was fine with me staying behind. Don't play sly with me. You were meant to meet Jeremiah 3 hours ago. You have to be fucking kidding me. Do you know the family's head was enraged? How are you going to fix this? Your dad is really angry too. I rolled my eyes, not caring for her tantrums. Dad definitely wasn't mad. I was more worried about Jeremy. I knew him well enough. He was a crazy motherfucker. What about Jeremy? How did he react? Jeremiah, he's magnanimous about this. He hasn't complained much. He's such a good kid. Why don't you just... Look, Mom, I need to go. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye. I cut the call. Jeremy, acting magnanimous, wasn't born yesterday. I returned to the unknown caller and sighed before ringing again. He picked up after one ring. What do you want? Gun range next week. I'll pick you up. I grit my teeth. Remind me next week. I cut the call and sigh. One problem after another. SJ? I forced a smile as I turned to meet Arthur. Hey, how'd it go? I want to just go home and lie down with some ice cream. Are you okay? My heart skipped a beat. Yeah, why? You're making that face again. What face? Like you're about to hit something. Is this a new insult I have not heard before? He laughed, taking a step forward. He didn't smell like smoke anymore. Let's go get ice cream. I really just want to go home. No, I only got one quarter. We're gonna go. Are you sure? You don't look great. I don't feel great. How about we just go to yours? I can make us pizza. I was stunned for a moment, but slowly a smile crept up my face. Sure, I'd like that. When did I have a man in my kitchen? I should consider hiring a chef, a handsome one. Sorry, I don't have an apron. It's okay, I'll be careful. It was nice to see he knew what he was doing. I was curious if he would add something interesting to my food. It should be easy enough for him to buy sleeping tablets. I have a good enough tolerance, so maybe I'd be able to enjoy most of it. I left him divisive, curious, expectant. I wanted to see how far a depraved man would go with a helpless maiden like me. This is bad. I'm getting excited. I gotta wait for the dough to rise a bit. Did you do it? Did you drug my pizza? I want so bad to know. So, how was the exam? You never told me. I guess he was anxious for me. It's kind of cute. I think I actually did okay in the exam. At least I won't have to seduce the professor for a retake. That was never an option. What? His reaction is surprisingly straightforward. So you're my academic advisor? I couldn't help but laugh. No, just someone who knows you're too smart. You don't need a plan B. I hate to say it, but he makes me feel better. He's crazy smart, and if he believes I can do it, I should trust him, even if I can't believe in myself. Thanks, Arthur. I simply acknowledged a fact. You still get easily flustered. This is bad. I really want to tease him. I want to force him over the edge. I want him cornered, slobbering, begging. His tears look so pretty. My heart was restless. I didn't even compliment you this time. Why are you blushing? It seems like you react to any positive attention from a girl. It's not true. Oh? What other compliments have you gotten? How rude. Don't they know he's not someone they can talk to so casually? No one. I don't usually talk to people. Oh, that's good. Good? I didn't elaborate. If he talked to a lot of people, it made my life difficult. I know we're waiting for the dough, but want to watch a movie in the meantime? Sure. Horror movie? The man had nothing to say. Maybe he knew my movie tastes were crazy good. I put on the show and we sat together watching. Unfortunately, my eyes grew heavy quickly. I was hungry, but that exam had knocked me out. I didn't realize when I slept off. Shay? There was no reply. Did she really fall asleep with that amount of gore on the screen? Somehow it's not surprising. Arthur tried to keep watching the movie. He really did. But there was one problem. Shit. I had a habit of wearing oversized sweaters at home. And now The issue was my cleavage. Should I wake her up? Contemplated his options. Oh, come on. We gotta make him steal a glance. Just one. Come on. We gotta do it. He tried to resist. He really did. But his imagination could not pair to the real thing. His eyes betrayed him for a fraction of a second. 1 second was enough to pitch a tent. Damn it. His throat felt dry. He shifted slightly, trying to make himself less obvious. Everything felt so much worse. He had become hyper-aware of my warmth pressing against his side. He exhaled slowly. God, if you wake her up, I will convert tomorrow. The poor man had no choice but to wait. Ugh. Did I fall asleep? Sorry. No, it's fine. He jumped out of the sofa as though he'd been sitting on nails. I need to get the pizza ready. Just stay right here. Do not follow me. I watched him bolt and struggled not to giggle. How innocent. He was almost too easy. It was arousing. He seemed so flustered. I really wanted to eat him whole. This is bad. I told myself not to get obsessed again, but I can't help it. I really want to break him. Arthur was surprisingly good at cooking, considering his background. How is it? It's actually good. I'm a bit surprised. Let's just go with honesty. I knew you'd like it. Feel better? I nodded my head. Horniness aside, I feel lighter. Hey, Arthur? Yeah? Thanks. For everything. I'm glad. You're hard to please. I know. And you're hard to talk to. Hey, watch it. But if not you, there's not really anyone else I'd rather please. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel anything. I really wanted to kiss him, but I felt too shy. Ironic, isn't it? Why is he looking at me like that? Hey, I wanted to ask. Sorry, 1 sec. Hello? Hey, SJ, are you free by any chance? I glanced at Arthur. A little. Is everything okay? Can you come to Dan's place? Please? I looked up at Arthur. What's going on at your apartment? Dan's having a party? I turned back to Marcy. I can come pick you up. Is that what you need? Yeah, thanks. She cut the call. I hope you don't mind. Why would I? Just give me a sec to clean up. I got dragged to a party after all. Wow. Wow was all I could think. I was clearly out of practice to get so overwhelmed by a small house party. I pushed through the bodies, hoping to find Marcy. SJ. She didn't look drunk. I'm here. Let's get you home. What's with that expression? Marcy? Look who's here. Oh, hey. I've been wondering if you'd ever arrive. We? I tried to look at Marcy, but she wouldn't look at me. She was shaking terribly. I knew my situation was strange, but the only thing I could think of in the moment was, what did that mofo do to Marcy? Almost said it. Marcy was confident. She was beautiful, but she looked terrified. I'm just surprised to see you. I thought you were too good for this kind of thing. I don't remember you inviting me. I spit, irritated. I was ready to just turn around and leave, but I couldn't leave Marcy. Really? But Marcy asked you, didn't she? I looked at Marcy confused. She only avoided my gaze. You know what? I bet you're just shy. Maybe we should help you loosen up. Hold on, let me turn this sound down a bit here, because it's just a bit loud in my ear, guys. Okay. What? Come here, SJ. I felt my eye twitch. Who did he think he was? Did he take me for a dog? Come on, don't be like that. You showed up, didn't you? Might as well have some fun. I wish more than anything that I had my gun with me. I've blown his stupid little head off. Breathe, breathe, don't snap. He tried to grab my arm. Could you not? Arthur cuts him, taking my hand in his. Dude, what the fuck? Off limits. Fine. This man confuses me. He has a girlfriend, and he clearly hates me, but he insists on wasting his time pissing me off. One day, he will wake up with no cock. It won't be my fault, but I will delight heavily in his misfortune. Are you alright? I'm not taking Marcy back tonight, am I? I'm sorry. Bitterly disappointing. It's okay. It's our final year anyway. I don't need her anymore. I feel stuffy. I'll leave. I'll walk you home. No, have a good night. Didn't she come there in a car? Pretty sure she did. Anyway, there are very few people I would allow to see me cry. Arthur was not one of them. You're gonna cry? I slept terribly. I feel like shit. I'm coming. I rushed to open the door. My eyes were red and I looked a mess. It was the worst possible time for him to come here. I know I said next week, but something told me you'd be free today. Something told you, or someone told you. What would you do without me? I slammed the door in his face. Jeremy fucking Baskerville. I hate this man with every fiber of my being. I couldn't decide if I wanted to choke him or straddle him. Maybe both at the same time. If I had my horsewhip, I'd also use it on him. But knowing that crazy motherfucker, he would simply derive pleasure from such intense pain. As long as it was by my hand, pain would become pleasure to him. It's not his fault after all. I trained him that way. He booked me a spa day. It cost him nothing considering his family owns the facility. Perks of taming the son of a blue blood family. I changed into the cotton robe and put on a pair of fluffy slippers and walked into the waiting room. A spread of snacks and drinks was laid out to the side, with a chaise lounge sofas arranged around the room. I decided to take a moment to relax my mind. I listened to the idle chatter of the other women in the room, all part of the same social circle with plenty to talk about. My husband said it's been going on for a while now, so all the families are scrambling. It bothers me that the Baskervilles haven't made the announcement yet. My daughter is interning at one of the top law firms in the country. If not her, then who? My eye twitched, but I remained calm. It shouldn't bother me anyway. I had a vague idea of the state of the overgrown families. I heard the young lord had been obsessed with the child of a thug, and he was refusing anyone but her. I talked to Lady Baskerville, and she kept evading the question. What a sly fox. She should know better than to let this opportunity go to waste. I fear my husband doesn't seem to understand the urgency of the situation. My husband is the same. It's like they don't realize how scarce a good match is nowadays. I worry every day that my daughter will come home and insist on marrying a blue-collar man. I could just pass away. Ms. SJ? Luckily, my name was called. Sometimes it's better to be ignorant of the problems of the higher class. The massage was heavenly, and then I tried on clothes Jeremy had prepared for me. They fitted me perfectly. I hate that. I hate to admit it, but this outfit is so freaking cute. I wonder how much he paid his assistant to buy this. He was waiting for me outside the changing room. He looked fantastic. I know. Let's go with your assistant picked well. It fits perfectly. Though I wish you picked something pink. I picked it for you. Remember, you like that stuff like this, and you do look cute, so I take this as a job well done. How am I meant to be cold to you if you keep doing stuff like this? Should we get something to eat then? Hungry? You don't look it. How do you know if I'm hungry or not? Your face. I know you say your expression is always under control, but I know you, SJ. But what kind of man would I be if I didn't know when my fiance was actually hungry? What do you want to do then? Let's go hunting. He knew me too well. I'll get us a bottle of Pinot Noir. I don't drink anymore. Orange sorbet. All right. I love hunting. My father always took me when I was little. He even brought me a pink gun when I turned 14. Though commercial hunting was less interesting compared to hunting at the manor. So, how's business? Eventually, small talk had to be made. Not bad, but not good. We've been struggling to get past the sanctions recently. Oh. Yeah, my dad has been stressed out about it recently. I remained silent. I knew what he wanted now. Seemed like he caught on because he changed the topic. It's been a while. I forgot how smart you were. No shit. Then you know you'll have to pay. Same as usual. Same as usual. I raised my gun and pointed at him. His face flushed like old times. A gun once more had been pointed at him. Bet. No bullet. I pulled the trigger. Nothing. Lucky son of a bitch. You can ask me one question. I'd rather ask one request. He thought he had some kind of leverage. Arrogant. I know. I could kill you. He smirked, like this was the SJ he knew and worshipped. I know. Ask. I want a gift for the spa. You enjoyed the massage, didn't you? Arrogant, cocky, infuriatingly hot. All right. Ooh. It was a massage. So we're going to... We're definitely not giving him my underwear. That's way overboard for just a massage. I'm sorry. That's too much. But we'll give him a kiss. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay then. Bet. No bullet. Once again, he was right. Is my gun rigged? I want to kill them motherfuckers so bad. The shame luck was on his side. I'm lucky today. No shit, Sherlock. Ask. Another request. Your parents sent you here to appease me, didn't they? Shouldn't you be asking about the sanctions? I knew what he wanted. Needed. They needed me to put in a good word for my father, to pull a few strings, slip in a few bribes. They needed me so that they could smuggle in weapons. But Jeremy wasn't asking because he was more preoccupied with me. his master. I coded him well. You couldn't override his programming no matter how long we were apart. I ruined him perfectly. He was so beautiful, but what use do I have for a disloyal dog? Would you believe me if I told you I missed you? No, I wouldn't. You have complete control over me. Without you, I really can't. His voice was strangled, hitched. I traced the barrel of the gun along the black line on Jeremy's neck. Can't what? Speak up. Jeremy shuddered, eyes fluttering. You already know I lift his chin up. You can only finish looking at you. The closest I get is when I watch you. Ever vigilant little watchdog. Is that what you've been spending your time doing? Too bad you wanted another master. She's not my master. What is she then? A tree for you to finish on? I laughed. Oh wait, you can't even do that. My expression darkened. I don't understand you. I pushed his head away with the barrel of the gun. I changed my mind. What do you mean? That's not how this works. It works how I want it to work, remember? I own you, not the other way around. Now, I raised the gun once more to his head. Bet, this time a question. You can't just use me to get off because you're a horny bastard. He seemed angry, but I didn't care. What can I do to make you help us out? I don't feel like it. Be reasonable, we're still engaged. Who said that? He rolled his eyes. Are you really going to throw me away? It'll be hard to train someone as obedient as I am. With the next one, the focus will be on loyalty, not obedience. I have another man lined up. You suck at lying. You wouldn't know. Prove it. I'll back off if he's really is as good as me. You overestimate your importance. I know exactly how important I am. No one will be able to give you what you crave so desperately. You're turning me on right now, aren't you? Oh, wait, you're turned on right now, aren't you? Sorry. You should be more afraid of death. I have a gun in my hand. The gun is rigged. I just wanted to prove it to you. You need me. I can give you that satisfaction. You must be going crazy, aren't you? Besides, there's nothing like that look in your eye right before you kill. Shut up. You missed how I loved you, obsessed over you, how I teeter on the edge of death just to get you going. Shut up. He reached out, taking my hand, pushing down my gun. He closed the distance between us, pushing my palm against his neck where his collar had been tattooed. Master, please. I'm kinda curious. I felt my eye twitch. How dare he think he had power to will me? Reach out and grab his hair, the back of his head, forcing his neck to extend back. Jeremiah Baskerville, I will only tell you this once. He moaned into my grip. Like a dog into its vomit, a foolish person repeats their mistakes. Okay. I'd like to think I was quite sensible. Unless I die and resurrect, will never get back together. S.J. Arthur, what are you doing here? What the where did they come from? I put on my best surprised voice I could. I knew what he was doing here. The hunting grounds were huge. How coincidental was it that he found me so easily? I came hunting with my father. How funny. Is that what you wear to go hunting? So this is the girl then? I turned to see his dad. Oh, wow. Good morning, Mr. Phillips. I greeted him quickly. I didn't think his father would be this good looking. I used to think conglomerate men aged like milk. Please, call me father. And who's that guy behind you? He's Jeremiah Baskerville, Mr. Phillips. Ah, young Master Baskerville. You're a long way from home. I was just in a business meeting now, if you don't mind. A meeting that just ended. I avoid his gaze, unwilling to see whatever puppy dog eyes he has on. Arthur did not look happy, and though I should feel bad, I only felt excited. Jealousy tasted rather sweet. Sorry, I should be heading home now. I was meant to sleep in today anyway. Need a ride? We were also just leaving. Mr. Phillip looked confused. I tried not to smile. The ride was a bit awkward, but I didn't mind. Besides, I was busy. While the two men were absent-minded, I searched through my bag. My little gun was hidden in a hidden compartment with my pocket knife stored away safely. Amongst the pads, I stashed a small black dot. It was old technology, but it would do for now. All my new stuff was at home. So I bugged the car. For my own curiosity. I felt like I was back working part-time in the assassinations and espionage branch. It sent a rush of adrenaline through me like the good old days. Part of me missed working with my dad as a teenager. Here we are. Take care of yourself. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask Arthur. Thank you so much, Mr. Phillips. Arthur helped you out of the car and walked you to your door. Hey, are you okay? It was weird with my dad around, but that guy looked like he was bothering you. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. He didn't seem convinced. I've been out of practice. Can I come in? Sure. Let's see what happens. He was strangely quiet, so I simply waited for him to say something. That guy, are you the both of you? If you do that, I will tease you to death. Let's see. Why does it bother you? I fear I'm terribly single. Guess. I feel like she would say this one. Or this one. Let's go with this one. Don't ignore me. I'm not. I'm just... He was terribly flustered and my body craved to see him under me. Jealous? We're just friends. That's not my right. Answer the question. Yeah. How come? You know the answer. I want you to say it. I like you. Why? What kind of question is that? I mean, I know I'm pretty, but is that it really? Of course not. Then you're enjoying this a bit too much. I laugh at his words. Maybe a little. Alright, I won't torture you. Having a crush is pretty healthy. I fear the person I decided to crush on is quite terrifying. I snorted at his words. What did he know about terror? That's not my fault now, is it? I beg to differ. I roll my eyes. Shouldn't you ask me on a date? Is this how you treat your crush? Accuse me of mere seduction? My apologies. Then should we go on a date? You're seeing someone. His name is Arthur Phillips. He's your type. Kinda. He needs a bit of work. Now, it's super important you build your stalker properly, or you will lose interest in him. try to keep him alive. Oh, to be continued. Okay. Aw, you're welcome. So that's the end of chapter 3 of this one. That is actually really kind of cute so far. It's not exactly what I was expecting. It seems like we're actually creating our own stalker in a way, and the character is pretty devious if you ask me. I kind of like this. This is a twist on most of them, because usually the main character you're playing is the innocent one. So this is really interesting, and I'm really curious to see how this plays out. So we're up to chapter 3, and I'm going to have to be keeping my eyes out for chapter 4 when it comes out. So yeah, definitely curious how this is going to play. It's really kind of cute. A lot of different love interests and stuff going on in the background, which is fun, you know, to see the different ways that she interacts with people. So, yeah, I will be keeping my eye out for chapter 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And as always, if you want to play the game yourselves, I will have the link down in the descriptions. So I will see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.